Do you ever feel like you're carrying a heavy weight that no one else can see? We all have an invisible backpack filled with stress and expectations. Today, let's talk about how you can finally lighten that load. Leo is sitting at his kitchen table, staring at a laptop, but he feels like he's trying to stand up while wearing a heavy hiking pack. It's early morning, the room is quiet, and yet his shoulders are pressed down by a weight that isn't physical. We all know that feeling of being slowed down by something we can't actually see. That weight doesn't arrive all at once. To understand why Leo feels so burdened, we need to look at how the bag fills up throughout his morning routines. This invisible backpack starts filling up the moment Leo wakes up and checks his phone. It's the missed call from his sister, the mounting work emails, and that lingering guilt over a dish left in the sink. Each small obligation is like a smooth pebble added to the bottom of the bag. The weight gets heavier when Leo starts adding the stones of social expectation. He feels he should be further along in his career or that he should be more present for his friends. These aren't just thoughts, they're physical drag, making every small step forward feel like he's walking through deep water. Then, there are the jagged rocks of self-doubt that Leo carries around from his past. He remembers a project that didn't go well and he packs that failure right on top of his current goals. Now, he isn't just navigating his Tuesday, he's carrying the ghost of every bad Friday he's ever had. Life gets really difficult for Leo. While our own past mistakes feel heavy enough, we often add to that weight by picking up baggage that isn't ours to carry. We need to look at how we absorb the stress of others. When he realizes he's also carrying stones that don't even belong to him, he's lugging around his boss's anxiety and his partner's stress, thinking it's his job to keep it all moving. We often mistake someone else's emotional burden for our own necessary equipment. Even when Leo tries to relax, the backpack stays on because he hasn't learned how to actually unbuckle the straps. His mind is still bracing for the weight of tomorrow's to-do list. True rest only happens when we consciously decide to set the pack on the ground. Eventually, Leo realizes he has to unzip the bag and look at what's actually inside. He starts by naming the weights, like admitting that a certain friendship is draining him or that his standards are too high. Once you identify a specific burden, you finally have the choice to stop carrying it. To sum up, we start by noticing the physical sensation of the invisible load. We see how daily obligations quickly add up like pebbles. We recognize how social expectations and self-doubt create extra drag. We learn to identify when we're carrying someone else's emotional baggage. We practice the skill of unbuckling the pack for rest. Finally, we audit our bags to decide what stays and what goes. You don't have to carry it all.